All right, everybody, welcome to 24 Sladen, part 2.
Part
10.
two. Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. How are you? Ni hao ma.
Ni hao, man.
Okay, so we're
bilingual.
we just finished.
So bilingual.
Yes, yes.
Hola.
Oh, dude, he's trilingual.
Oh yes. So we finished. We just finished. Jehovah Witness. He was out on that one. So what happened after that? Where did we go?
Yeah, Joe Witness, and I was like, cause they will always host like party and stuff, and
Yeah.
I would go there and get food. I lived by myself. I didn't want to cook. So when they cook, I was like, awesome. They would have these parties, but like they're like kind of weird about it, cause they're like one of the dude who like similar age to me, and then he's like super Joe Witness, and then he's like. super, and he's all about that, and I wasn't all about that, and sometimes they will like host events right after the church meeting at somebody's place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, literally one day told me he's like, yeah, sometimes I just don't want to tell people we have food events because I don't want them to come just for the food, and I was like, oh shit. I just came for the food. I was like, oh no.
Oh, fuck, you found me out.
But yeah, that was fun. Actually, like that's when I first started playing board games. They would play like board games. But it was weird. They were like, no Pokemon, no Harry Potter.
You can't play Pokemon. They
No,
got the
nothing,
devil.
man.
Why not?
No magic.
Pokemon's the devil.
The devil.
No, he's not. He's a little
Harry
yellow
Potter's the
thing.
devil.
He's a little yellow thing.
No magic.
Yeah, no magic, no Pokemon. They're all the devil's games.
Oh.
Yeah,
No D&D.
No, like magic as like a fiction thing is bad.
Yeah.
So you guys are the devil worshippers.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to hell.
Demonic tutor.
Yeah, there's literally demonic tutor.
It's literally like a devil sign.
I don't know about that.
Crazy.
All right then.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like. After that, I lived with a Christian family. After living by myself for a year, and then that was fun, cause by then I already know I don't want to work. I don't want to be like a religion at all. And they were kind of on to me about it. They're like, "Hey, Tim, you wanna go to church? You wanna go to church with us?" I went a couple of times. I was like,
Well, at least like Christian church isn't as like long as a Jehovah's Witness.
they were not as wild, but I just didn't like them because they were kind of like bash on China. They were like, China didn't allow Christianity, blah 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 blah, and I would be like the one who's like, actually no, because they actually allowed it, but like they were like always trying to make me go to church. I don't blame them. They're cool for that. Whatever. I still keep contact with them, and it's cool.
They're gonna listen to the podcast and be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. They'd be like, "Dang, I should kick that kid out of our house."
Long time ago.
Yeah, their parents actually did not like me as much when I was living there, cause I was just sloppy. I was a sloppy little dude. Didn't care much.
I mean, I know what you mean.
At the time, I tried to keep a long hair, so my I don't brush my hair, so my hair will fall everywhere.
George.
Nice.
Jeez.
And then like sometimes my shoes, I wouldn't put my shoes together right. They would be like a little bit worried about that. They're like
I would be like that.
But I would eat so much food there all the time. But that's when I like learned all about like the American, like how white people live. I was like, wow, this is interesting. Like sometimes they like just they just eat so differently than Chinese people. Like in Chinese like cooking at home is just like we go to the grocery store, we buy some like fruit, vegetable, meat, and like rice, maybe noodles. We'll go home. Every day we're just like, oh, we'll just do a stir fry every day.
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that's how we live. That's just how, maybe sometime we do like a deep fried thing or something like some dish, but like how they did their like is interesting. It's like, oh, we go to like Walmart, we buy like a packet of mac and cheese, we make that. That's cool. That's good. Or like, and then there's more like packaging stuff. Like we get cheese, and like everything's so nicely little packages, and it's like, oh, make a sandwich. Oh yeah, go grab like. You go grab all your little bag, you put it in the meat, you express some mayo. Everything's already halfway made almost.
Like it's all processed.
Yeah, so like it's different, but at the time, like at the beginning, like I didn't get used to like all this like sweet stuff, all this stuff. But later on, I was like, okay, I kind of get it now. This is why they like it, huh? They like donuts. I started liking all the terrible for me. I started like at the beginning. I used to make fun. I used to literally make fun of like American Chinese food all the time.
Yeah.
But like it's like later on, like I grow like to it. I like orange chicken. It's cool.
I don't like orange chicken.
For a while, like the joke is like Panda Express is my favorite Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or PF Chang's.
Well, we didn't even have PF Chang's in Springfield.
That's crazy.
Too fancy for us. No, legit. I literally had an argument with my friend. I was like, Panda Express, literally the best Chinese restaurant in Springfield.
Nice.
He's like, no. I want to eat the other sugar chicken.
Sugar chicken.
It's crispier. I was like, no, Panda Express got the consistency, man. You don't know what you're talking about. You go to the random Chinese restaurant in like Midwest. It's like they could be good, and then like they'll cook the chicken like 2 hours before, and then you get it again, and it's like terrible. And I'm like, Panda Express is not that. It's not crazy good, but it's always good, in the same level. But stop ranting about that Panda Express. My love about that.
Gonna get canceled by your own people, dude.
I know, they'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Panda Express. It's one of the top 5 or top 10 worst restaurants. It's up there with Subway and it's bad.
Yeah.
Nice.
Remember those guys that look at the restaurants?
Yes.
Panda Express was number 2.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. Dang, people don't like it. I like it.
Panda Express. I'm a Panda Express guy.
It's fine. We're spoiled.
Yeah. Well, here we are because we have
in LA.
Mickey Chance. Have you took him there?
No.
You have to take him in Mickey Chance, dude.
Yeah, Mickey Chance.
Peking Chan.
Mickey Chance.
Mickey Chance.
Mickey Chance. What is
Yeah.
that?
It's a restaurant
It's a
in
restaurant.
Montebello. Is it a Montebello?
Yes.
Yes. It's pretty good.
Yeah. The portions they put that chick puts on.
Yeah. I've seen those crazy portions.
But she's good. Her food's really good. But she has the other noodles because she makes Hawaiian fried rice
Mm-hmm.
And that's like Hawaiian chow mein.
with Hawaiian chow mein with different pork and it's rice noodles. Yes.
It's like the sweet and sour. It's good.
It's good. Yeah.
I gotta try that sometime. But I will like live there, and after that, my mom is like, I miss you too much. Like you gotta come. Like by then it's like 2 years. You gotta come to Florida. And it's like, man, I don't want to go to Florida. Like it's too much, man. I don't want to live. But by then, like I made some friends. Meet a couple of people here and there. And by then it's like at the end of the sophomore year, so I started speaking English.
Mm-hmm.
I started like speaking, like yapping, like going crazy. But even then, I don't understand everything. But like I was able to have a decent conversation with people.
Mm-hmm.
I started using slangs and everything. Watching YouTube absolutely helped me too. Watching PewDiePie. Watching PewDiePie. Dude, no, legit. I learned English through PewDiePie. He's like, "What's up, bros? It's PewDiePie." And I'm like, "Whoa, that's cool." And I tell my friend, I'm like, "What's up, bro?" He's like, "Yeah."
God.
It's like a Swedish dude who play video game and learn English from him. But I thought he was super funny.
PewDiePie, dude.
Yeah, I thought he was super funny. And in high school, I was going. They were like, you gotta move to Florida. You can't live by yourself anymore. You can't live with them. Well, but then like the Christian family, they did not want me to live there anymore. They were like, we don't like this kid. He pooped in the toilet, doesn't even flush it sometimes. One time I pooped. One time I pooped, I tried to wipe my butt, and then a piece of poop fell out on the ground, and I didn't notice it.
Oh, nice.
And then my friend was like, wake up, and I went to the bathroom, and was like, what is that? Is that poop? And I was like, oh, shit. And they were like, I was terrible guess. And
do you tell that's how we do it in China?
Huh?
You should have told them that's how we do it in China.
Just be like, just leave a little poop. This is tradition.
It fertilizes the plants.
Yeah.
It's for a
You
great
just take it out.
harvest.
You just
It's
take it out.
It's for a great harvest.
It's fermenting.
Yeah, it's nutrition.
Great harvest next season.
Yeah, great.
Wait, how do you... I have questions. You go to the bathroom. Was it nighttime? You were late
nighttime.
night? Late night?
Kind of, yeah.
So you woke up out of bed.
Yeah.
You went to the restroom.
Yeah.
How'd you drop poop on the floor?
We're getting specific.
Yes.
No. That specific part is the part where he's gonna be stuck on.
Yeah.
Oh no! I have to explain.
Like, did you like stand up and wipe your butt or something?
Okay. This is weird.
No, they Chinese people poop differently.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, because like they. Do you do the squat?
In China?
No.
Well, yeah, in China, yeah, but he's in America now, though.
Yeah, we'll have a toilet.
Yeah.
I know, but like...
Do you stand up on top of the toilet or something?
Like, because a lot of them, they still...
Oh, yeah. They stand on the toilet sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that, though.
You gonna do that?
I don't do that. That's weird.
Okay, so how did you get a piece of poop?
Okay, so I will poop, right?
Uh-huh.
And...
This is gonna be a great reel.
I still have some poop in my butt, right? I'm trying to wipe it. I wipe it, but like... At the time, I don't do this. I do this where I wipe it and I'm like, I don't feel like it's clean. So I'll wipe it again, right? Clearly.
Okay, I understand.
But don't feel like if I'm like sitting here on the toilet and I'm slightly standing up on the toilet, I don't feel like I'm wiping completely. I have to stand up, walk a little step, squat, then I wipe my butt. Because I feel like when I'm squatting, I wipe my butt completely. So when I squat, instead of wiping it, it fell out. And I didn't notice it. And that's how the poop got on the ground. You want to hear this?
He won, everybody.
He won.
Oh, man. Woo!
Mystery solved.
Okay, I got it. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I don't understand it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
You'd be done if you were here. That would have been it.
Okay. So, you're squatting on the toilet.
I'm stuck on this.
We're coming back. We're going to come back. We'll go to Florida in a minute. Just... We might have to just go after and go to the restroom and show me. I'm just saying. So... So you're squatting.
Yeah.
You're wiping. It doesn't work. But you're like sitting on the toilet. You didn't move up a little, right?
I did one more. I'll walk a little step.
You're sitting down and you move up a little bit and you're trying to wipe and you don't feel clean. So you stand up, step, and then squat in front of the toilet. Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
And then it fell out. All right.
And then
Yeah, let's go.
anyway, about this this poop talk. I was like, okay, I'll go to Florida. My friend.
Real quick, let's go back to the poop a little bit. So when you
Back to the poop. No.
so when you told them and he said that you pooped on the floor,
Uh-huh.
what happened? Like, oh, you like he said, hey, you dropped some poop on the floor.
They didn't tell me.
No,
They didn't tell
they
me.
just picked it up and they're good. They had a puppy.
You was
No.
a puppy.
They had a dog though, right?
No, they did not have dog.
Okay.
The Christian family didn't have dog, but like my friend who you share the same bathroom as me, you know, he's like I wake up the next day, he's like, yeah, what the fuck? You shit on the floor? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And I was like, he's like, yeah, there's poop on the floor. I'm like, huh? I was like, and then I like rewind myself, like go back to the last night, think about it. I was like, oh, I think it fell on my crack. Yeah,
Okay.
that happened. That's the thing, I guess.
So who picked it up?
He picked it up, I guess.
Okay, nice. Well, that's a friend.
Yeah, he picked
That's
it
a
up.
friend. That's a friend.
Yeah, experience.
Cannot be you.
I'm not that friend.
Yeah. No.
All right, so go ahead. Okay, now we're good. I'm good now. Okay, wait,
Oh.
you guys all got that? Okay, let's
All
go.
the poop, yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, you got to move to Florida now. Can't live by yourself anymore. But then I lived by myself for 2 years. I was like, I can do this another year. I'm not scared. But then they were like, okay, we're gonna move you all the way there. And then my friend who was like, he's like, my first friend that I talk about that I met, is like, yeah, let's go. I'll drive you there. We'll just travel, have a road trip, and then
Dude, your friends are goated.
yeah. He's like, let's go, have a road trip. We go there, we visit your parents, and then we come back and then pick up your stuff, and then you can drive down there. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. We literally just like didn't pick up anything. I was like, okay, he's gonna go. It's gonna be fun. We went to like Memphis, and we like stopped by like eat barbecue, best rib I ever had.
Memphis is pretty good.
Yeah, and then I was like, and then I had like, then we were just he drive both of us all the way down there. We got like a speeding ticket, I think, but he was like he was funny because he was like, we were driving through like Mississippi or like Alabama, or some area he's saying is like dangerous with like a lot of white people, and he's like, Tin, just go to sleep. Like, you lay your chair down, nobody can see you. He's like, yeah, just go to sleep, okay? Like, in case we get in some emergency situation or the KKK is coming to you, okay? Just lay down. I was like, alright. And I was just like, lay down and sleep. You know? And like, sometime I wake up, he's like, tell me a funny story. He's like, Tin, I'm so glad you were, like, Tin, like, I was just talking to some dude, and he's like a country dude. He's like, dude, I don't know what would happen if you wake up by then. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess so.
It's not that bad though. Like, where could he went through? Mississippi, Alabama.
I don't think it's that bad. It's whatever.
I mean, if he goes on unless he goes on little towns, I went through a couple little towns in Texas that I should have went through, but
Yeah. Or a kiss. That's whatever.
yeah.
And
What are we gonna do? Make him work in the world?
He was
that one, he didn't get enough in American history for that one.
then basically he met my mom, met my parents. I was like, oh, that's crazy cool. And then because it's Florida, you nearby the sea, nearby the beach, he'd like go like fishing and all that stuff. He loved it. Drive us back. Afterwards, I drive myself there.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So he drove you there,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you went through some spots, he didn't want you to like be awake because it was bad spots, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys drove back,
Mm-hmm.
and then you drove back.
Yeah, I know. I was scared. I stopped by some gas station. I'm like, don't look at me. I'm just here. I'm just getting my gas. Get the fuck out of here now. It's like, yeah, I was scared. It was scary. But it's a long drive. It's a long drive.
I know. I did it.
16. That's like 16 hour something. 12 hour or something. I think about. Springfield to Pensacola. So I did that all the way back. All the way to Pensacola. I landed. And I'm like, cool. All right, we gotta get you to school. Find a school. All right, cool. Escape for like find the first school. They're like, all right, you need your ESL to like. We'll put you in the ESL because you don't seem like you don't speak much English. Nice. Cool. And I was like, dang, this sucks. I skipped ESL for 2 years just to get put back in it. And I'm like, man, okay, whatever. So I did that, and I suck at it because I didn't learn much when I was first 2 years about grammar. Didn't learn jack.
Yeah.
Anything.
You don't have to worry about jack.
So they were talking about like all this stuff, and then they were like, yeah, the government require you to like finish this ESL test and like to graduate. And the teacher was worried about me not able to graduate on time. But she's like, yeah, you need to learn this like right now. And I was like, I don't care. I was like, I can speak English? What are you talking about? Yeah. Why would I care about grammar?
Yeah, nobody else does.
Yeah, PewDiePie was hitting.
And I was like, you know what? I can talk to kids, whatever. I don't need English. So, but in Missouri, they didn't require that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go to. Now I was like, Dad. My dad, like the teacher talked to my dad about like me not graduating. So my dad was mega worried. He's like, what's going on? He gotta graduate high school. And then he's like, I was like, oh, let me go to a different school. Maybe if the school doesn't have ESL, then I don't need ESL.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to a different school. And then they're like, nah, you still need ESL. And I was like, shit. I was like, alright, here's the plan, Dad. I go back to Springfield, graduate, then I come back. Because I need to graduate high school. Because they don't require it. I already have my history there. I can just go back easily. But then I like only lived there for like half semester, so half a year about. So my dad was like, okay, he's like all worried about this stuff. He had his best. He's like working for someone now, so we're not like as like, money is tight a little bit here and there. But then we already had I skipped it, but we had our little sister. She's like 9 now, but we had to send her back to China because we didn't have enough money to raise her here. And then we pick her up, and then we got her back after for.
Was your sister born here or
yes, born here?
She was born here, and you sent her.
Yeah, she was born in Flagstaff. Yeah.
Flagstaff.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
They sent her back and kept you.
Oh okay? Yeah, no, she okay. I mean, she's a little kid. She doesn't know. She doesn't even remember now.
But now she has to learn English.
Oh yeah, no, she learned English.
Okay,
kids go test like that.
Okay.
No, she is. She's like speak fluent English. She don't even speak Chinese that much. Like every time I talk to her, I'm like, speak Chinese. Speak Chinese. Don't speak English to me. Even though sometimes I'll be like, I'm sometimes more comfortable speaking in English because like English is like easier to express like emotion to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was more comfortable sometimes I'll like accidentally like speak more English to her, but now I'm trying to speak more Chinese to her. Yeah, so like it was stressful. And then my dad is like super, super stressful. And then he's like, you're not getting school done, like. But it's like it doesn't make sense. You don't. I lived by myself for 2 years. Like, what do you expect? A kid? Like, I was like, what do you like? And then and then I didn't have any friends in Florida that much. That was super close. So I would play video games with my friend who was super close in Missouri.
Yeah.
And then he would always get pissed. He's like, stop playing games. Study. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna fail school. And I was like, okay. I was like, I did not care. I was like, I just want to go back to Missouri. I miss Missouri. Sweet home.
Misery.
Yeah, cause all my friends are there. I like the. I want to live. I just want to go back. I just got so used to it, and I was like, okay, all right, got it. I want to go back to Missouri, and then my dad's like, and then I remember in one of Thanksgiving, I was like you got like a week off, and I was like, I'm just gonna drive up to Missouri, visit my friends. So I went there, visit my friends, and drive all the way back. I mean, it's still a long drive. It's such a long drive, but I did it. It was fun. But later on, my dad was like, "Oh, you're not studying enough," and then he's like, one day I was playing games with friends, and he was like, he came into my room. He's like, "Why are you playing video game again? You gotta stop." Like, or when he talked to me, he expected me to stop the video game and talk to him. But it's like, as kid says, Mom, I cannot pause the game. Like, it's a multiplayer game. It's important, I play with my friends. Stop it. He's like, he get all mad. He get really, really mad, and I did not expect this. He's like, started taking my keyboard and my mouse away from me. And he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna destroy your stuff. I'm not gonna let you have it. Not gonna let you game. I was not listening. I didn't have a good relationship with my dad at all, because he was here when I was 5. He basically he made us immigrant here successfully, but he also was not there for my childhood at all. So I wasn't close with my father at all. And he was so mad, and he get really, really mad sometimes. And I think he had definitely have anger issues. So he was trying to take away my stuff, and I would be like, "That's my stuff. I bought it with my money." Even though it was their money.
Yeah.
But my grandpa would give me some money when I went back to China, and I was like, "Okay, this is my money." And he got really, really pissed. He got really, really mad. So mad, he's like, "Are you not going to listen to me? Fine. You're not going to graduate high school? Okay. All right, you're not going to listen to me?" I was stopping him from smashing my stuff, and he's so mad. He went to his room, and he's like, he went to his room, and I was like, "Oh shit. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going to happen?" And then I hear my mom is like, "Stop it. You're not going to do this. What the fuck are you doing?" So turns out, and I heard her. So basically, he went to grab his rifles. And he's like, "I'm just going to shoot you, I guess." And I was scared, I'm like, this man who is my father, who is grabbing a gun on me for not being not having good study, not having good grades. And I was like, what is this? Why? What the fuck? I literally had 911 on my phone because I was scared. I was like, "I'm calling the police if you're coming into my room with a gun. I'm not I'm not gonna let you shoot me."
Yeah.
My instinct is, yeah, you're my father. I'm not gonna die right now. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I was so scared. I was crying basically, and so my mom stopped him, and afterwards, I was like, "Mom, I'm just not gonna be here. I don't have a good relationship with him. I will before we always had little bit off it's not a normal father and son relationship, because he feels like we're close, but I'm like, no, it's not like that, because I don't know him. I barely talk to him. He don't talk to me. He doesn't. It's not like he play video games with me, and or he's there when I was a child. So I was just like, screw this. So I was like, I called my friend, the very beginning friend I had. I was like, okay, if anything, before he left Florida, he did say like, if you need anything, just let me know. Like, call me, okay? I called him. It was like midnight, and he's like picked up. I was crying. I was like, Sean, like, kind of like live with you guys for like half a year, just half a year, like, cause I really don't want to stay here anymore. And I told him like my dad's just crazy right now. Like, I need to go. Like, I can't stay here anymore. I was like, okay, yeah. Like, at the time I was thinking, I'm like, I'm not gonna live with somebody who like trying to put a gun on me. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not about that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Call my friend up. He's like, yeah, just come live with us for half a year. Like, I was like, yeah, thank God. Like, I have somebody who can like, help me out at that specific situation. I like needed a hand, Um, but at the same time, I was 18, so I was trying to get my citizenship. So I would go to Orlando. No, not Orlando. New Orleans, where they would like do your citizen like fingerprint, make sure you're like the actual person that is this person that we're trying to testify. I would read the test about like the citizenship test and all that stuff. So I was planning to move all anyway, and because like even though we'll have some downtime with my dad, but I was planning to move. But I needed to do this first before I moved because it's already like the date is already there, so I have to do this. So I did that. I did my mom. I did it with my mom, and then I drive by myself for myself because she did it before mine did happen. Um, but I come back, and then I just saw my mom crying, and so what happened is I took his GPS. He couldn't find it. He got mad, and I guess I don't know exactly what happened, but like physical violence things happened to my mother, and I just was like, and she's like, you just gotta leave now, like just leave now. I was like, okay, I gotta leave, cause I can't stay here. It was terrible because at that time I was like, oh, now I don't have a home. I don't know if my mom's gonna be safe. I'm going to Missouri, which is a place I like, but like I was thinking I'm just on my own now. Um, I didn't want to like at the time I just don't want to rely on anybody. So I was like, okay, I'll drive back to Missouri, and it was a long drive. Um, Drive back to Missouri, and I was like, I started living in this my friend's house. Um, we were comfortable. I told them the story, and they're like, "Yeah, this is terrible. Like, we're glad that you're out. Like, you." But it's like, I couldn't like after that. Like, the end of the high school is important.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of like figuring out what you're gonna do. Because when I was first 2 year of high school, they're like always give you their. You always have next year of high school. You just do high school again. Cool. And then it's just harder, but you just do high school again. But that was the end of the almost end of the half year of the high school. I was clueless. I didn't know what to do, and I was frustrated. And like it's just trauma. Like or like I couldn't focus on school at all. Like I couldn't. Like it's bad. It's just. I just always think about it. I just always think about it, and you know, and I was like, okay, all right, like, cool, like, we, I got to Missouri, and I'm like, I still have friends, so I'm like comfortable. After about like half a year, and I like had to move out. I moved out, and I'm like, I did like community college, but was not keeping it. I was like, nah, like I can't. I still couldn't focus. Even though it was like almost a year then, I still couldn't focus. It's too many things to think about. It's just they like my dad will always call me, and I was like don't want to answer it, cause even though like I'm kind of like obligated to, So like I already didn't like talking to them on the phone because when I was in high school the first 2 years living by myself, like they will always ask about grade and I will have to lie to them because I didn't do good in school anyway, and I was like, oh yeah, I did okay. So I felt guilty about it. I didn't like lying. I didn't like lying
Yeah.
at all. So I already don't like getting called. So after that happened, I just don't like, it kind of just hurts a little bit every time he called me. Um, but and then my mom, like one day, she just got out. She's like, nah, I'm out. I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm not living here no more. He left. She left without telling him, so he's like clueless. He got home one day, just like his wife and kids are just gone. They're just gone. They're just gone. So, um, sometimes I do feel like for him because, um, even though like I don't like regardless he's my father, and like he contributes so much about like me coming to America. Me having a stable living lifestyle, and being here is important. Like it changed my whole life. It absolutely changed my whole life. But I at the same time, it's like it's hard to be like, oh, having like a regular relationship with him, and he's like, and he's like very like I didn't do nothing wrong type of deal kind of thing. It's like, and he, maybe like afterwards maybe he does feel a little bit bad, but even then I feel like he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't. I don't feel like he's like super like apologetic. Like he doesn't. He doesn't feel like he did anything wrong exactly.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, in his sight, I was a bad son who was having a bad grade, and he needed to fix things. But it just turns out he did it wrong, and we we did not receive well. What he did to us, and physical violence or scaring the kids not scaring like kids on like specific this specific matter is not great.
Yeah.
It just scared me away, more or less. Um, so after that, I was like, I just lived in Missouri for like two like I just lived there. I like lived with my friend, who was actually like like this is a new person that I met, and I know him for like maybe half a year by then, and I liked him because we had mutual friends, but he was a terrible friend, terrible friend. I lived by myself. I work in Jimmy John's, and I would deliver his sandwiches. I would get like cash and tips, and it was great because I would just like do that and then just like pay like $500 a month at the time for rent, and that was my friend's mom's house. So I was like, okay, this is great. Um, I moved there after graduate high school. Um, but and then like just remember like one of my so it's two brothers. Well, I'm friend with one of the brothers. The older brother who I'm like kind of friend with, he has this friend who's like homeless kind of low key, and I didn't know about anything about him. He just started sleeping on our couch one day, and I was like, oh, it's cool, it's fine. Like, your friend needs a place to sleep. It's cool, it's fine. I don't care. But after like a month, and like he like sleep there for a month, and I was like, screw this, man. I'll just sleep on the couch. I don't have to pay rent. What is this? He don't have to pay rent. He uses our bathroom. He uses our couch. He just do everything, man. A week maybe like just a short period of time, but like it seems like a long time thing to him, and I'm like, this is not okay. This is not okay. I was just started thinking about that. I'm talking to my friend about this, and then he's like, yeah, this is not okay. And we have issues on like dishes and everything. Cause sometimes I cook and I don't do the dishes because I'm like I just lazy sometimes, and then my roommate is like complains about it and tell their mom, and I'm like I'm always the dirty one, and then when they don't do the dishes, what am I gonna do? Tell their mom and be like your son didn't do the dishes. It's like, okay, well, you're just ratting on your friend then to their mom, To their mom, it's like, okay, you're a bad friend if you're ratting. But if they're ratting on me out, it's like, oh yeah, you're dirtying our house up. You're making rats. I was like, oh, this is terrible. Um, and so I started having scenes. So I was like, we should kick him out. Like, this is not okay. Like, I work, and then like he doesn't do that, and then he just sleep on our couch. And then one day, I went to my room. I have a little inflow that I put my money in after the tip. Because I was like, oh, yeah, like, that's just how I kept my cash. Because it's handy to have cash around. So, I didn't want to always go to the bank to, like, put it in the bank account. And one day I was like, I put, like, 20, like, 35 in there last night. What the fuck? It's, like, 25 now. Or no, I started realizing because it was right after the pandemic. Everybody started like going around now, like going outside. We're in masks but going outside. But so I saved a bit of cash. Like I have 100, 200 maybe in there, and I'll take money out. I don't count it. I don't keep track of it. I just take money out because what most of my friends like their parents is rich. Like they're not gonna take money from me. Like yeah. What? So I didn't think of anything. We didn't have logs or anything. And one day I was like, you know what? I don't feel like I'm spending that much. Am I spending that much? Like I only have a couple dollars in here now. I remember I had like at least 100 in there, right? Like it feels like that feels gone way too fast. Way too fast. Like I just had the feeling. I don't know. Alright, cool. Just in case somebody actually stole my money, because I was thinking about it. I was like, this is paranoid me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to write the exact amount on there, and I'm going to keep track of it. I did the first night. Next day, wake up, I put $25 in there, I write 25 on there. Wake up, 15 left. I'm like, okay, yeah, somebody's stealing my money. Like, this is evident.
Yeah.
And I'm like, started thinking, I'm like, who is taking my money? I know the brothers are not taking my money.
Yeah.
They're rich. They're driving nice cars. What? They don't have to pay rent. They live in their parents' house. Why would they steal my money? Like, there's no way, right? No way. Because I was like, they work and everything. I was like, oh, this guy who is in our house is probably steal my fucking money. I'm like, no way. I'm like, he was still sleeping on the couch. I wake up. I'm like, motherfucker. I was about to try to beat him up. I was about to just like punch him in his sleep, wake him up, teach him a lesson. I was like, there's no point. There's no point. Like, to me, it's like, he's bigger guy than me. So I was like, if I just wake him up, he's gonna try to beat the shit out of me. And even though I'm angry and I want to put that, anger onto him, but I was like, I wasn't like, I was still really angry, so I just called the police. They're like, they got here, they're like, you have any evidence? I was like, well, no. I know they stole my money, though. And he's like, you got a camera photo or anything? I was like, no. They're like, well, we suggest you put a lock on your door. I was like, no way. Yeah, of course. Thanks. Well, they're like, okay, no use. We leave. The police left. Tell my coworker, my boss about that. That's why I'm late. And then I text their mom, text the brothers. I was like, this guy been stealing my money and everything. And they were like, yeah, we'll just... And then later on I find out, this dude he stole his like mom's like wedding ring and pawned it, and all the jewelry, and he just pawned it. And I'm like, really? You let this guy into our house? What were you thinking? What? And then they never like afterwards. They were like, "Oh, we're so sorry." And one of the brothers was like, "Yeah, we'll make him pay you back." I had like games, like I had like my Nintendo Switch, and I had like little games. I think he stole like all of them, and he pawned all of them. He didn't steal my Switch because it was a big thing, but all my little games I had, I was like, everything's gone. So I lost, like, I think I count my things. I was like, I think I lost about $400 worth of stuff, at least. I don't know how much exactly, but what's the money he been stealing? I assume he been stealing a bit of money now, cause he been living there for like a month. So after I found out, I'm like, you fucking dumbass! Why the fuck? I literally write the fucking number on the envelope. um, I was like, okay, I gotta get out of this house, and then then their parents didn't say anything to me afterwards. I didn't want to talk to them. I'm like, my money just got stolen by your friend. Like, why would I want to talk to you when you like don't even don't even try to pay me back? Well, I'm like losing like $400. So I got my apartment by myself. I was like so happy about that. Got an apartment by myself, and I started working. And then like that's when I just like after that I just didn't do school at all. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna work now, no more work, go do the things. Still working in Jimmy John's because it was an easy job. You just make sandwiches, you answer some calls, you go deliver them. Sometimes you stay a little bit late night, but it's not too bad at the time. So I just do that, but didn't make that much money, and nothing saving up. And then like my friend got me into magic, and then it was cope. It absolutely. I was like, this is cool. People play card games. This is great. I was like,
That was costing way too much money.
and it's like, oh, well, how much is how much is a box of magic? 120 bucks. Okay, cool. I guess I'm not buying too much. But I would like always like start playing Magic and stuff. That's when I started playing Magic, because my friend got me into it. One day I was on a call with one of my friends like cousin who was like way younger than us, and he's like, yeah, Magic is sick. You like playing this card game on like your computer? I was like, yeah, I like playing Hearthstone, which is a game. Uh, I like there's like a arena format where like pick the cards you have and you like it's all random every time. I was like, oh, I love it. I love doing this. And he's like, you know, they do that in real life too. I was like, what? They do that in real life?
Yeah.
That's a thing? And they're like, yeah, it's Magic the Gathering. I was like, what? Magic the Gathering? Like, what is that? Yeah, but like I was always vividly remember like when I go to like a bookstore or something, they will like sell like Pokemon. I know Pokemon. I know Yu-Gi-Oh because they're big in Asia. But like they will always have another third card game, but it's like more like realistic kind of vibe. Like it wasn't like cartoonish like Yu-Gi-Oh or like Pokemon. So I wasn't like too interested in that. But they're like, yeah, this game is great, man. I'm like, okay, I'll go do that. And I went there. I did my first event with my friend, and I was like, didn't know Jack, man. I didn't know Jack, but it was hard to like, cause like I have to read all the cards, and my English is not great, so I was like going really really slow. I was like, what does this guy do again? Like, what does this guy do again?
It doesn't help that each Magic card is like a paragraph.
Yeah, yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, you do this. I remember my first opponent. I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Tien. I'm your first opponent. I'm new to Magic." He's like, "Cool, man. I just play a little bit too." Absolutely dog on me. He absolutely just go crazy on me. He's like, "I attack this. I cast a spell. You have to block." I'm like, "What? What is going on? He casting spells now? What is he doing?" And I was like, "Oh, block." And then I was like, I didn't know what saying. I was saying about Magic, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, this is how they play games." But even though I lost all three of my matches, like all my matches, they absolutely just dunk on me. Like even the girl, they like there was this there's this girl.
Just because she's a girl doesn't
Yes,
mean she's first.
No.
Yeah, she can't play the girl.
I'm not saying because she's a girl, she's bad. I'm just saying.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I guess I did. Unintentionally. But no. I'm saying, well, I was playing against a girl who's like, she knows like certain stuff that I just don't know, and I was like, she like I attack into her, and she had like this death touch creature, and then she's like, I block. You know, your Magic is like 2/2 versus 1/1. 2/2 wins because it's bigger. That's how I saw it. But the 1/1 has a keyword that says whenever it has poison. It just has poisonous. I didn't know what it is. And I attack into it, and she's like, I block. I'm like, okay, you're sync die. And she's like, yeah. She's like, you're sync die too. I was like, what are you talking about? It's a 2/2. And I was like, and she's like, yeah, this is what they do. I was like, oh.
Hey, the thing he's talking about is there's like in Magic there's just keywords. Yeah. They don't explain the rules on that one. It's just there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Unless you like kind of played before or someone told you, you would just be like, oh.
That's the thing.
They didn't tell me that in the rules.
Yeah. Yeah. I just know the basic rules and the play that was terrible. But I had so much fun that I was like, this is great. I love playing against people.
Love casting spells.
I love casting spells.
Love casting spells.
And I was like, from then.
Shadow Money Wizard game.
And I would open the booster pack. I'm like, dude, that's a foil dragon. That's so cool. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I was like,
gambling for children.
I was like, yeah. And then my friend's like, that's like worth money, right? Probably. And he's like,
wait, which card was it?
It was the first set. We opened the booster box from Forgotten Realm. It was terrible. It was my first set, but it was a red dragon. You know the Onabo. There's a cycle for Onabo, the red one.
Oh, it was
Inferno something. Yeah. Inferno dragon.
He wasn't worth that much.
He was like $15 at the time, or $25, and I was like, holy cow! We spent $100, but we got this $25 card. That's crazy. It looks so shiny though.
Just the best part about that card. That card is worth $1. Now. Right now, he can buy it.
I don't know. I think the Oldar foil still looks probably pretty good.
Man, I can't even remember the name of that card. That's how.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible card. It's still a terrible.
That's how unused that card is.
It's probably like I should probably build a Chimera deck around it. But that's like the first card I remember I pulled. I was like, this is awesome. People can sell cards and trade cards. And people, I mean, we were not good at Magic at all, though. We were terrible. And funny thing is, like, me and my friend, like, tried to get into the game, and we're like, oh, we're going to play Standard. Because that's, at the time, what they were pushing for, okay? Me and my friend was like, okay, great. We're going to go play this Magic tournament. We built our deck, kind of budget deck. And at the time, because of COVID, there were no like standard tournament at all. And we're like, what's the like format that can like people play now that is tournament? They were like, we have modern tournament. But modern is so standard is a format of the game you can play, and modern is also a format. They're both 60 card and you run basically very similar. I thought it was exactly the same, but
you're speaking Mandarin to him right now.
To all of us.
Yeah.
No, not all us. There's just.
But basically, they play way powerful cards than like us.
Okay, but like here's the better way of like kind of like conceptualizing it for people who haven't played Magic. The difference between standard and modern, standard is like the most recent cards. Modern has been going on since 2012. No, like before 2008 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And those older cards are worth way more money.
Yeah.
So you could make a standard deck for about, I would say $200 to be competitive. But to be competitive in modern, it would cost you about $2,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So we went in there and we just got absolutely obliterated. And we thought we were good too. We played against each other. I'm like, this is so good. Like, what do you mean? And we went there and they're like, and then they cast on the spell. I'm like, oh, cool.
Did they throw him down?
No. See, those Magic players, those ones are the
tryhards.
No, like they're the basement dwellers. Like they have not touched grass.
They play so much Magic. They play way more Magic than me probably, even though I play too much. But I figured Magic, and that was great because I get to like
play your first tournament of modern tournament.
That was great. And then I learned about the game, and I was like, this is great. I get to meet new people. Yeah, even though like I had like small talks with them, like a little bit, because I don't play like too super like I don't play that much, but it was a fun time. I was just like play Magic. Oh, and then like they were like I think I remember I had this phase where I grow out really long hair, and I was like, long hair is cool, man. It's cool. I can tie it up like a samurai. I think that's cool. Cause they're like, that's badass. That's badass. You tie your hair up, it's like a samurai. You know, I was like, that's cool. And for this period of time that my friend working at Jimmy John, meeting new people and meeting like managers and stuff, they're chilling. Like Jimmy John, like the manager at Jimmy John, like besides the main one, the big boss one, who like basically take care of the store, like the smaller manager, they just chill and they're like smoke weed all the time.
Nice.
And then I would talk to them about like anime and stuff, because by then I've been like watching anime, so I would like just chill. I like hang out with them, and it was like one day they're like, Tien, you don't like Taco Bell? I was like, no, I don't like Taco Bell. It's gross, man. It's just cheese. At the time, that's how I felt. I was like, it's just cheese, man. I don't like it. It all tastes the same. Yeah. Every time I go to Taco Bell, I get the taco, I get a burrito, and I'm like, why would I get different things?
It's the same stuff.
It's the same thing. It's just cheese and beans and meat, and it's like maybe different protein, but they all taste like the same. I was like, it's terrible. Why would you like it? And then they're like, Tien, you don't get it. You just gotta smoke weed. Then you get it. Then you like it.
They're spitting though.
And then I was like, you know what? I gotta try this thing. I gotta try smoking weed. And I was like, okay. One day we went to this like sketchy dude's apartment or house. You go in there, you just smell the whole freaking house smells like weed, man. And I was like, oh, cool. And like he like did a little bit of weed, and I was like, oh, I smell a little bit, and I was like, oh, I feel a little weird. I feel like a little floating. I'm like feel like I'm in space, and then like,
have you ever been in space?
No.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah.
You had to know. You had to know just to make sure.
Just making sure.
Just making sure, because like. He's an alien.
Yeah, you said you went in space. You felt like you're floating in space, but you never been in space. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. But like
it's like how they see space in the movies.
That's an era where I just like smoked weed and play Magic and work at Jimmy John deliver.
I like it.
And I was just like.
That's the life.
Cause I was like I was like, look, like I need to take my mind off something. So I was like, you know what, I got it. I didn't have to, but I was like, okay, I might as well try it. I tried that, and I was like, okay, I liked it. For a while, I did it, but then one day, by then I graduated high school a while now, and then my friend who invited me, he's like, "Do you smoke?" I was like, "Yeah, I smoke a little bit." And he's like, "Come over, let's chill." I was like, "Okay, cool." I didn't know him that well, but I just know him like a little bit here and there, a little bit in high school, you know. And he's like, "All right, cool." And then they were like doing the dabs, and you know, I was a guy, I was a dude, and I was there like, they're like, they smoke a lot, and then they like have like almost like a booger big, and then like they handed it to me. I was like, "What the fuck? This is a lot." I was like, "Is this all me?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, cool." I did the whole thing in one sitting.
Oh God.
And I was like, I was like, oh, this is not good. Like I started singing things in like frames by frame.
By frame.
Like if I pick up this cup, it would look like. And I was like, oh no.
Seeing the frame data.
This is not good. I was going crazy. And I was like, and then they were playing the same song over and over again.
Oh God.
Because they just kept on loop, I guess. And I was going insane on the weed. And I was like, oh, like, I just closed my eye. And they're like, are you okay? Are you okay? I literally passed out. And then in my mind, it's like, the feeling of because I'm still hearing the music looping again and again. So in my mind, it felt like I'm playing a video game. But this is like, it feels like in real life for some reason. I start at the sky. I start falling because of gravity, right? Mm-hmm. I would start feeling, oh, gravity. Oh, no, I can't see the ground now. I die. And then, as I die, I immediately respawn at the top. And I start falling again. And I just keep hearing the music. And then the music just loop. Every time the music loop, I die. I come back. Every time the music ends, I go back again. And then after that, I was like, they're like, have some water, have some water. I was like, still singing things in frame. I was like, oh no, I'll drink some water. I say, I literally open my eyes. I'm like, is this real? Where am I? Like, which universe am I in right now? Are we in the same? Are we in the same like place, man? Like, what is going on? Like, all the memory comes back, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm this person. Cool, like, okay, cool.
I remember. I'm Tien.
I'm Tien.
The guy from Dragon Ball.
What? That's crazy. I was like, okay, I came back, and I was like, okay, I drink some water, sleep, wake up next day. I'm like, dang, I guess this is the life that I'm living in. It is what it is. And then after that, I just stopped. I was like, I like have too much paranoia if I want to do it again. If I do it, I will do it like little doses, but after that, I was like, like that. I think that stopped me like trying to do like weed at all. I was like, okay, I'm good now.
The one bad trip.
The one bad trip, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. But weed is like, super like. Weed is such a weird drugs because they're like hardcore banned in China, but here is like everyone's like, yeah, man, smoke a little bit. It's cool. It's chill. Everybody's chilling.
LA is different.
No, even in Missouri. I feel like in Missouri, like more of the hippie people, like, they're like, it's cool, man. Love and peace, yo. Like, that was cool. I'll listen to like hip hop music. I just like smoke a little bit of weed. Like, this is cool. This is the life, man. This is the life. And like that's the area like where I just like the life I live in. And then like one day I was like, man, I got responsibility, man. Like I can't just keep doing this. Like I can't just like keep working at Jimmy John's. Like, cause Jimmy John's cool. but it didn't make me money.
Yeah.
I was just goofing around every day. Like I'd go check by check all day, but like I was like I couldn't do this, keep doing this. So I started working in Walmart, and oh man, Walmart is a whole different story, man. I work in the overnight shift. Everybody hate their life. Every single person hates their life to the ground because they don't sleep until like, 12 or 10 or 7 or whenever they get off work, which is like 7. You start working at 9:30 and you go home at 7:30, and it's just terrible. You don't get enough sunlight and you have terrible sleeps. And I only worked there because they pay 1 extra hour for the overnight. I was like, great, perfect. I gotta do this. I did it. It absolutely screwed me over completely. Absolutely. Oh, I had this manager, and he would like play board games and stuff. I was like, oh, this guy's cool. I never talked to him until like later on. I work in there. I was like, hey yo, yeah, let me join you guys. Like play board games. This is cool. But literally, like I just know like the older dude who worked there, they have been working there for like 10, 20 years. And it's crazy because like I was like they've been probably working night shifts for like at least 2-3 years, like at the least. And then it's like, and then you get like a asshole like upper management, and then like everybody's stressful because that guy doesn't do work. That guy just tell other people to do the work, and then he doesn't do work. He just stands around. So he just like everybody hate him. Had terrible like management, and I do work. Like when I work, I do work. So, but like they were like, you need to go faster. You need to go faster. You need to go faster. I was like, bro, like. I like every night you get like 2-3 pallets and they're like big heavy stuff you have to carry. I'm like, how you people doing this? What? Like, and then also you have to remember all those spots so you can go faster. I was like, man, screw this. I don't want to do this no more. And I was like, I talked to my. Eventually, I had such a good relationship with the other manager because he was a board game dude, and he's like, yeah, I like you. Because every time I see him, I like. Laugh at his joke, He's like, I like you. You come on my team. And he knows, I do the work. It's not like I don't do work. It just, I might be a little bit too slow for them. And so I got onto his team, but his team is still overnight shift, but it's like, it's a maintenance stuff. Maintenance. So you like clean out the toilet, do the trash can, do all that stuff. Still was not having it because Walmart's parking lot trash can. Oh man, you find some crazy things in them. Like people, like literally just like piss in them. Like I swear, like you carry that thing, it's like glass shards, and then like it's leaking and it's smelly, and it's like oh you have to like sort into this big compost thing, and it's just not fun, not great. I was like, not exactly how I expected, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just go clean the bathrooms. Bad decision. Bad decision. It was worse than the trash, I think.
People pooping on the floor?
Oh.
They poop on the floor?
Oh no! It's not just about the poop on the floor, man. It's poop on the wall. Like, I don't even know how these things get there. Like, I feel like they just...
Maybe they take a step.
Yeah.
And then they get hold on.
They take a step.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, I don't... this is too much, man. And then it's like winter time in Missouri, so it's super cold. So you still have to take the trash out. So it's like, oh man, this sucks. I just hate it. And then with all the pressure, manager, everybody seems to like they just hate life. They can't talk to nobody, man. They just hate, and they're just so just weird. I don't know. They're just weird people. They're like people who work there for a long time. It's a steady job, you know. It's like they have good like benefits and stuff. It's just but, like it's like at the same time like I feel like maybe the management was just bad, but it's like just terrible. They like didn't have a good life. Like work all the time and just like they technically they had a decent life with Walmart's benefit, but what's all the pressure and everything? They're living in stress all the time. Feels like, um, but
You good?
Oh, good. I'm just listening.
but like this is a like most I seen him laugh on the podcast.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. 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 So after that, I was like, nah. So much fun.
That's a good trip, dog.
Whew.
After that, I like was like, oh, my mom was like, oh, hey, me and my sister like, me and your sister are like here in Los Angeles. I was like, okay, cool. Like, she's like, you want to come? I was like, no, I don't want to come to Los Angeles. I just didn't want big cities. Like, I liked
Los Angeles not
Springfield.
big.
I like Springfield.
Los Angeles is not big.
Yeah, but it's bigger than Springfield. I just didn't want. I didn't want to live in a big city because Springfield was awesome. Just like I felt like it was like a, cause like I would just like go to a grocery store. I would just like see one of my high school friends. Like I like run. It's easier to see people you know, and then, you know everybody. You basically just know everybody. It's not like too that small that you know everybody, but you like it's more easy to know a lot of things about certain things, and I like that, and I like that you can just like go to downtown, do certain things. There was like enough thing to do, but not too many things where it's overwhelming or traffic, and also you can just like drive 20 minute like south, and you just see cows. You just see farms, and it's like, oh, it's cool. It's cool. Look at that cow. That's a horse. There's a farm, and it's like it's cool about that. I like that. So I didn't want to, and also, I was not confident in my driving. I was like, I don't want to drive in a big city. It seems so stressful, and it was when I first moved here. But and then I was like, and then my mom was like, oh, I miss you. You should come here. I'm like, yeah, I gotta like help out with my sister and stuff, So that's why now I end up here. I'm like, I move here. I'm like, okay, great, cool. Like we gotta do what I gotta do. And then I was like, oh yeah, I need to go to school and colleges and learn stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm doing like school and work and stuff, and just learning and just like relearn what I didn't learn. And yeah, and it's like now I'm just like I remember first like few days I traveled here before I moved here, and I was like, I don't like this place. Too many traffic, man. And then I went to like downtown, and that was terrible. And I went to like I was like, I want to go to Little Tokyo. That's where the Asian people is at, or all the anime stuff is at. Cool. I went there. I went outside of the downtown Little Tokyo, like Chinatown-ish area, and I found a free parking lot. I parked there with my mom's car, and I walked all the way to like Little Tokyo. But I saw so many homeless people there. I was a little bit scared. I was like,
because across the street from Skid Row.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I was like, oh yeah, anime figures, cool. Yeah, and then after that, I was like, okay, I'll move here. And then I drive all the way from Missouri to here. It took me like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, long drive.
Yeah.
I still that drive was it was. I tried to do things on the drive. I like past Texas. Oh, I went to Texas, like this very little tiny town. Oh, so small. It was kind of spooky. It's like
Which one? There's a lot of them. Which one?
yeah, I don't know, but it was like I think like they had like one McDonald's, and that's it. There's nothing else. They had one McDonald's. They had the gas station, and that's it. A church.
Like Klein's Corner or something?
Yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, I don't know, like me, like I'm not from this hotel, and this guy is like Indian dude, and he's like he had like accent, and he's like, oh yeah, go to your like little like just your phone number, and it's like, oh yeah, I like got this like hotel online, and he's like, oh okay, and he just writes it down, and he's like, okay, go to that room. I'm like, okay, cool. And then after that, I lived in New Mexico. Well, not lived, but like I drive to New Mexico. It was like a city, and the first, I was like, let's go to Whataburger. I was like, let's go to Whataburger. Cool. I'll go get a Whataburger. I got a Whataburger. I got back. I was laying on my bed. I was like. When I'm home, I'm comfortable. So I take off all my clothes. I'm like, okay, nice. Chill. I just chill in the bed, and I just hear, don't move, and there's like so many things, and then I just see this men like laying like couple police like squad like I don't know squad or police officers, but they had like big guns and stuff, and then like push this guy down, and then like. And then another dude tried to run out, and they chase him down. I don't know, it was something, man. Like, I was like, this is spooky. I don't like this. I'm like naked on my bed, and some man just getting arrested next to me. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this, man. Like, what if this man goes in? And I was like, oh man, I gotta get out of here. After I sleep that night, spooky, man.
New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico. And I got out of there, and then I drive to Flagstaff because I was like, oh, it's on the way, 66, it's across Flagstaff. I was like, I'm gonna go visit, because like that was a place I lived in before. I was like, this is cool. I tried to go to the mall and stuff, the mall that I used to, and it was weird to go back because like I don't remember everything. But like it looks so familiar. Mm-hmm. And then I got an Airbnb instead of hotel this time, and the lady was like she was super nice, but like I just remember like going before I go to bed. I was like her husband just like on the TV. It's clearly they're like more like a Christian kind of like religion house.
You got an Airbnb. Was that a room?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in somebody's house. It was in her house. I didn't expect it. Because the last time I got Airbnb, it was like in New York. And I was like, just like, it would look like an apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Type in. You rented Airbnb in somebody's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a room. I guess they were free. There was another dude came in. I was a dude that was like, oh, I'm not gonna be scared, I guess. Old lady. Whatever. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to look for one of those.
Yeah. And it was kind of awkward because I was like, oh, like.
Couldn't walk around naked?
I couldn't walk around naked, couldn't be comfortable. Imagine you're in Airbnb, just like, you just go out naked.
Just schlong out.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, yo, what up?
It's not in the rules.
You said feel like home.
Yeah, I said feel like home, yeah. They were like, and before I go to bed, I was like, oh, like, her husband just like watching some like Republican campaign. I was like, oh, cool, I guess so. not gonna say much because if I'm not say much, it might be game over. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, okay, interesting. And then I left, and I got here. On the drive here, I hit the button that was like, you know, in cars AC, there is fan, there's temperature you can tell, and there's the AC button.
Yeah.
If you don't press the AC button, it still blows air. It's just not cold air.
Yeah, it's probably hot air, probably, or cold air. It's whatever the temperature outside is.
Yeah. I never know that's an option. So what happened is I was driving through the desert from Flagstaff, which is super, super hot.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was in Flagstaff and I figured out, I think my AC broke.
That's right. It's the CIA.
Bro, they're up to me. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the CIA. No, they just...
We talked about this, bro. We talked about this. Your social credit's going down.
That's crazy. They're up to me. So I never know that was a thing. So I saw the AC was broken. So I was like, okay, I'll just drive. I drive, and I was getting into California, and it was all desert. I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. It was sweaty. I was sweating so hard. I was running out of water. And I was like, man, I just like want to take a break, man. Like, what is this? This is too hot. This is too hot. And then I was like, my AC is broken. My AC is broken. And then I was like, okay, I'll just like take off my shirt. I'll just take. It's too hot. It's too hot. I'll just take off my shirt. Okay? It was too hot. I was like, I'm sweating too much, man. I took off my shirt, and I'll just keep driving it. I just keep driving it, man. I was like, I stopped by this gas station and waiting. I was like, oh my god, the AC feels so good. I was like,
did you have a shirt on inside the...
Yeah, I did. Okay. I put it back on.
Okay, good job.
And then I was like, I think I had like a tank top. Maybe I wear a tank top. Maybe I take off the tank top when I'm in the car eventually. But I was like, I took off my shirt. I was like, I'm just like shirtless driving. It's like, no, it was so hot. I was like, I finally got home. I was like, I'm like toasted by that time. At that point, I was like, it's so hot. Like, God. I drink water. The water is warm, and it's like, oh man, I don't want to do this again. And then I was like, Mom, my AC is broken, and she's like, oh, cool. Like, I gotta fix it then. And then I was like, changing my driver license and all the plates and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, I gotta go to like DMV. So I went to DMV. I got all that stuff changed and everything, but still no AC, so I was like sweating all the time. And it was summer. And then one day she's like, okay, let's go. We went to this like place who like they like change oil stuff, and they're like, okay, let's take a look at your AC. The guy went into my car and like, hey, you're saying your AC is broken? And like, he turns it on and like, it's fine. I don't know, it's fine. And I was like, what? You saying that to press the AC button to turn it on? Why does it make sense? Why would you want to blow hot ears? Why would you want the fan on but not the AC on? And I was like, man, like, I'll just drive all the desert shirtless for nothing. People are looking at me like, what is this weirdo doing? Shirtless driving in the desert. I thought I was gonna die, man. I was dehydrated. I was like, man, what is this? They're like, your AC's not broken. Yeah, I was like, it's working. And me and my mom I just went, whoa. Okay, I have to turn the AC on. Okay, cool. So I basically drive like half a month and the road, like quarter of the road trip, like no AC, and then finding out the AC just works like that, magic, you know. It's like a magic man. The gathering, yeah, yeah. I gather magic. Yeah.
Okay.
That was dumb.
That's it. We can't do it more.
All right. Guess that's the end of the podcast.
We got to bring you back for the rest of it. We got you to LA, dude.
We got
I got the LA.
All right, everybody. This guy.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Jordan.
Follow us for Rating God Podcasts. Apple, Spotify, iHeart,
absolutely.
everything. And then you could comment.
Yeah.
Like Tien.
Yeah.
Actually, he'll be there.
Yeah,
He'll be in the comment section.
I'll be there.
You
What's
need
my
it.
YouTube channel?
You need that AMA?
Yep.
He will answer.
Yeah.
Because he comments.
Yeah, I comment. I look at the comments. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Where can they find you?
Find me. I don't know. I don't think people should look at my YouTube channel. It's weird. Man, I got weird stuff on my. When I was in high school, I wanted attention so bad. Like, I did some bad things on the YouTube, man. That's not good. Don't look at it. I'll block my YouTube page. Don't check it out. It's cool.
All right.
I hit that notification.
He'll be back. We're out.
Bye.